Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Mail call. Went to the mailbox earlier today and got our issue of Auto Modeler Magazine, issue number 13. Let's cut it open and get a look.
Bring your model to life with MCV products. Visit them on the World Wide Web at mcvproducts.com.
Okay guys, let's get into this thing. Alright. Issue 13. Hope you guys subscribe. There's always some great articles in these magazines, whether it's how-tos, new stuff, all kinds of stuff. So we're going to take a quick look together. I'll go back and read them later. All right, first up, we've got an advertisement for Plastic Undercover. That shows in October 10th in Copley, Ohio. This is becoming a really big show, I think. Yeah, this is their 4th annual. And as I said, this is becoming a really big show. Atomic City Rods and Customs. I spent some time in Nebraska talking to Jack with them. Just a really great group of guys there, too. All right, our table of contents. Some really cool stuff. Lucky 13, issue 13. Always enjoy what Scott has to say here in the forward there. Also, if you're looking for new or different YouTube channels to do with model cars, there's your list. And your community pages on Facebook. So you got some great ads there. For these guys, there's the Department of Oops down there. They're great about correcting any mistakes. A few more ads. The new stuff. This is one of the things I really like. Let's see what we got here. 2 new lines of true wires. Ooh. First, we have a set of 125th motorcycle. Oh, instantly, guys. You know, I'm working on that cherry bomb and that bike on the back I was thinning down, and I've got one of them finished, which I'll show you that. But this is a good option. That's 125th scale too, so I'll be looking into those. And it looks like a set of wheels for the 23 to 25 Model A's. Or T's, excuse me. Cool. And we've also got the STS dimensional decals. You know, I did a video that showed you some of these. I am still excited about these because there is so much on these dimensional decals. It's whether it's radio faceplates, marker light, whatever it is, it's 3D kind of. So you have dimension to. It's not just a flat decal of a radio face or something like that. It's got dimension to it. I like it. I like it. Check them out, STS decals. And if you ever need, by the way, custom decals, that's the place to go too. Spotlight Hobbies. 3D School. This is another section that I really enjoy. And with our hobby, 3D goodies and kits have come a long way in just a really short time. And it's exciting and almost scary to think what they're going to be like in another 3 to 5 to 10 years. But check that out. And we've got from Joel at Iceman, we've got the DeLorean Toon Car. That's kind of cool. There's your parts. And you learn all kinds of other stuff too here. I mean, check out the varying colors and then the masking. And this stuff applies for any car. Yeah, I want to come back and read this too. In fact, I kind of like that. And I was never a DeLorean fan, but those big old tune wheels on that just looks cool. All right, we got some other goodies 3D wise here. Heart of the car. That's a nifty looking four-cylinder. Look at the water jackets and all there. Oh yeah, there's some really good shots. Bottom of the valve train. That's tough. And like I said, I'll go back and read into all of this stuff later and see what and whom they're from. Cool stuff, cool stuff. Building better models without even trying that hard. Now this, and this is by Randy Durr, a major championship modeler. And the first thing I see here is the bottom of this stock car. You see the, not just the injection pin marks. And these are easy fixes, guys, as he said here, without really even trying that hard. Very true. These are easy to fill, easy to take off. And it looks like the the monogram lettering, the logo right. I don't know if you can see that down there. Yeah, you always want to take that off too. Underbody wheel wells. And a lot of this is easy fixes, guys. Injector pin marks, shiny tires, just sanding them down and use a little dull coat. Well, it depends, and I'll read that later. Levitating spark plug wires. Yeah, I know what he's saying without even reading that. Oftentimes you'll see a model where the spark plug wires come out of the distributor and they just, like they're levitating in the air, they just loop over. And that's not very realistic. You want them to lay like the real thing. So take a few extra minutes. And that's not, I don't know whether it's a few extra minutes. It's just a matter of laying them down right. But very cool. Unfilled smooth print lines. Yes, on 3D printed parts, sometimes you have those printing lines depending on the quality of the printer or the settings. And you need to smooth those out. And it's not hard to do that either, guys. Sometimes just the right filler primer will take care of it. But it takes, sometimes it's worth that minute to just run a light sandpaper over it. But yeah, I look forward to getting into this. Hood trunk panels do not fit. I imagine it means they're not even. Yeah, not even. Well, that's an easy fix. Paint surfaces, dust, out of scale details. You know, you want to keep everything in scale, and I'm sure that's a really good article there too. Look forward to getting into that. Our friends at Model Roundup. Here's what was on the cover. You know, guys, when these satin finishes first started showing up, let me back up here a little bit. Started showing up, I thought it was unique, and it just wasn't my thing. But the more I see them up close at shows, these satin finishes are really gorgeous. And this blue has really got my attention when I was looking on the cover, and I love the matching valve covers there. That's a really well detailed engine there too. In fact, when I was looking at the results from the IPMS Nationals, I think this was Best Auto. And if I'm wrong, I apologize to who it was, but I think this was the car. Check that out. That is just tough. So I look forward to reading this article and getting some information on perhaps the color he used, because that is just beautiful, as well as the technique used. And love all of these build. And I don't know if that looks like a scratch built chassis, but it could be a 3D printed, but based on the color. No, I think that's scratch built. That's a great looking switch panel there. Yes, sir. I learned something from these guys that do these articles as well. So much. Oh yeah, look in the back there. You know, normally you would tub something that's Pro Street looking like that, but I'll be honest with you guys, that looks good open like that. Oh, we've got an ad for the 2026 Liars Show, the Long Island Auto Replica Society Model Car Challenge. And that's November 14th in Freeport, New York. And our buddy VCG Resins by Reese. And I got something, an email tagged by him. Yeah, there it is. VCG Resins is the exclusive seller of Scale Auto Wheel Works and Scale Speed Garage. So there we go. Some new info. Head over, check them out. Factory stock 37 Chevy sedan delivery. Factory stock. That's a good looking. Looks like we use a 39 and a 37 Chevy. Cabriolet and a sedan delivery to make that. All of this stuff, guys, if you start reading this stuff, and you'll see that this stuff is not hard to do. Oh, hey. Man, those things fit so well in the front picture. I didn't even know those were opening doors. Look at that fit. Hey, open cowl like I do. I really want to read this. Go back and check out these door hinges. That's a great way to lay things out there too. For the sake of the article, the folding seats. Very nice. And guys, it doesn't matter if you're not into factory stock, if you're not into anything like that. Hey, whether it's the hinges, some of the techniques used in this, you can use on any build. That's a really good looking sedan delivery. Then we've got the Pacific Northwest Model Car Fest also on November 14th. And I think this is in Wilsonville, Oregon. Get these dates on your calendars if you're in those areas, guys. A lot of fun, a lot of fellowship, and some great builds, and some great learning can be done. And Auto Modeler Magazine. Guys, if you're not subscribed, please get over and do that. Don't lose out on all of this great information, show coverage, new items. There's just some really great stuff in here. And if you're new to the hobby and you want to catch up on the back orders, there's you can order some of the back issues, and there's some really great stuff in here. So be sure you check that out. And again, if you're not subscribed, that's the best way to do it. All right, creating a GTO Camino. Well, now that's unique. Huh, I would have never thought that. Oh, and they got the honeycomb wheels on it too. Cool. That's well thought out. Very well thought out. So we're using the AMT GTO and the AMT 68 El Camino. That blended together beautifully. Nice looking interior. Where to make your cuts. I like it. I love unique things like this. You know, I have done them in the past. You don't see me doing them here lately because I've got so much other stuff going on, but I love this kind of stuff where you blend stuff together, and it just really unique. Bad Boys versus Good Boy after 32 years. Oh, this is Unstalled. This is the where you find those builds. I probably have 8 or 9 of them that I started years ago that got set on a shelf for whatever reason. I got a Mustang that's only been set back a year and a half. When I ran into a problem, I got discouraged, just set it aside. Y'all know which Mustang I'm talking about. But I'm going to get back on that one too, and I want to try, if I can, to have that one wrapped back up for Atlanta, because I started making changes and disassembling some of it and getting back into it. But anyway, this is part 1, so I would imagine we won't see the finished product yet, but March 1992, and it stalled out, and I'm sure it gives the reason there. Then January 2026, back on it. Yeah, these are fun to read, and it's cool to see how when it was stalled in 92. I'm sure since then there's some great stuff that has come out that he'll be replacing all that stuff with. Sometimes that's the thing that will pick up the those that are stalled out. For example, the Corvette, the custom Corvette Pro Touring that I did, that thing was started 15, 16 years ago, and that theme in Atlanta kind of kicked it back, plus a few things that I found that were new that I thought were really going to look good on it. So that was one of those unstalled. But yeah, I look forward to reading these every issue as well. Oh yeah, cutting and making his own aluminum parts there. That is awesome. I love scratch building stuff too. I tell you, if you've never scratch built, try something. And when you get it, guys, it is such a great feeling of self-satisfaction. And these will motivate you to do that too. So thank you, Scott. Nani, appreciate you. Oh, now that's sexy. Ooh, look at that long rear end. Aerodynamic. What do we have up here? More creativity. This was called Daydreaming. Oh, Cadzilla there. I'm not sure right off the top of my head what this... Oh, I am too. Check out this clear piece over the headlights there. This really is sharp. As I was saying about that GTO Camino, these unique things where you blend, and my buddy, the late Ricky Couch, was a master at just taking this stuff out of his head. That was just beautiful. That is cool. And I would imagine we're going to see somebody duplicating something like that. Cool. Oh, it's showtime. Show coverages. And this is from NNL East. Beautiful IndyCar. Very nice. I stood and looked at this thing for a few minutes. You know, I did the phone booth the year before. And this year when I saw this, I had to go over to British phone booth. I went, oh, I gotta love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. I got to do something like that. In fact, my son-in-law is looking at 3D printing me the police call box, and I thought it would be cool to put a TARDIS on a chassis. So I'm kind of thinking about that in 24th or 25th scale. But this was really well thought out, and it's beautiful build. In fact, there's a ton of great builds that were there. A lot of them. And, oh, look at that vid. And the paint jobs on these lowriders and just some of the custom painting. Some of these guys are major masters at this stuff. Hey, look at there. There's my tiny Lund car. I'd forgotten, yeah, Tom Valenta was a photographer. He took that. Well, thank you. And I have only built one or two rigs or trucks, and it's not something I build a lot of, but I have a great appreciation for the level of detail that goes into those things. And I mean, look at that fifth wheel area there. That is just beautiful. Green Hornet. Oh, love that bike. Some cool stuff. And, hey, that's my buddy Joe Domansky from New Jersey. Awesome. And one of my favorite things that you recall, and that is for the scrapbook, the people and the vendors and all that stuff. Check out that line going around the building. That's when we get there before sunup. In it, at least. I saw those guys. Great show. The guys up there do an awesome job. The Kansas Area Modeler Society, CAMS. The Wheat State Auto Modelers. Yeah, check that out. Beautiful work here in these things, guys. Oh, the old Bonnie and Clyde looking. I don't know if that's the same one, but that's all shot up. Very cool. Spirit of Speed. Oh, this is the one in at the NHRA Museum. Yeah, Pomona, California. I would love to go to this show sometime too. Ooh, I like that. Some great looking rods. And I love to when you read these short captions on these things, you'd be surprised what you'll find in there that I guarantee you when I go through this and I read each one of these, I'm going to see something that I'll go, oh, cool, because it's going to be something in there. Hey, he did this to do this. Even in a short space there, you'd be amazed what you can learn. John Teresi, okay. 1/16 rail dragster. How unique looking is that? Oh, some really cool stuff. More scrapbook. There's your awards. I love seeing this kind of stuff too, guys. I love seeing the layouts, the people, the layout of the contest tables and all that kind of stuff. I love seeing all that stuff. It's part of the hobby. And oftentimes I'll see a person, I'll go, hey, I know him. Yeah, I'll end up spending the next couple of hours going through this and reading and looking up stuff that I see on here. Kit reviews, we've got Building Ford's 850 service truck. Okay, that's a resin or 3D printed kit. Cool. Oh, check out that interior, right down to the weathering. That is nice. The dirt in the floorboard, the seats a little scuffed up. Very, very well done. And you got your pros and cons about the kit. That's always good to know before you purchase too. Kit review, the Fire Iron. This is an Atlantis release of a Tom Daniel classic there. And you know, he replaced all the brass stuff with chrome, and I kind of like that. That is sharp. Very cool, very cool. Yeah, there's a few things on here I want to read this and find out about. 36 Ford Gasser. This is an AMT. Got the old box art. Oh, the old pie crust slicks. And the Steelies, like that. Oh, check out that engine. Yeah, guys, if you're not subscribed, you need to make sure you do that, or your hobby shop, hopefully, or your local bookstore will carry these. Best just subscribe. The Unreal Edsel. The Hairy Hungarian. AMT kit. Outhouse door on the front. That's an altered wheelbase gasser too. You notice how forward that's moved up. Oh, we're at the end already? I hate that. More info and Iceman Joel at icemancollections.com.
We're on now.
And then we'll close out with Manny Scale Modeling, the 46th Annual Hoosier Model Car Association, and Terry and Patrice over at STS Decals. Again, if you need anything custom or you want to check out those dimensional decals, head over and check them out. There's some great stuff there, and these are wonderful, wonderful people to deal with. STSDecals.com. And the reader's table, and I can't believe we're at the end already. Reader's table, check that out. 53 Studebaker Salt Flat Racer. I always thought that slope nose on these 53 Studebakers was just beautiful and perfect for that. Chop top. And this was built by Deborah Casper. Cool. Good job, girlfriend. Check that out. Outstanding. I'd like to see that one in person up close sometime. Maybe she'll be in Atlanta. That is cool. That is very cool. All right. Speaking of Atlanta, the Acme Boys, the Atlanta car modeling enthusiasts, the Southern Nationals 2026 on October 24th at the Clarence Brown Conference Center in Cartersville, Georgia, north of Atlanta there. Be sure if you're in the area, even if you're not in the area, this is worth coming to every year. This is a fantastic show. Probably I've been going to this for so many years. I got to say it's my favorite right now. So it really is a good one. And your themes this year are music in motion, cars that are songs that are named after cars, and with our 250th birthday, Stars and Stripes. So there we go. And on the back cover, scalespeedgarage.com. I think that's that 4-cylinder we were just looking at up front. And it might not be, but that's a cool looking engine. Well, that's it, guys. Again, if you're not subscribed, you need to jump on this. And check out those back orders too, or back issues, because there's some great information that you can pick up from them. Guys, hope y'all have an absolutely awesome day. I'm going to go spend the next couple of hours reading through this page by page. So y'all have a good one. Grab your copy and join me. Later, guys. God bless.